And we're back here for the second half to get underway. So the Coffeeville Red Ravens have 27. Iowa Central Tritons have 16. Um, we're kind of excited to see what the second half brings. What do you think is going to be the outcome of the second half, Kyle?
Well, going off the first half, I think it might be I mean, if Iowa Central comes back and they change up their stuff, it's still anyone's game. But looking so far, it looks like it's going to be Coffeeville.
What do you think those guys have to do to execute and have success?
Just keep doing what they're doing, really. I mean, everything, every pass, every run, everything's just getting them to where they are right now. Iowa Central, their defense is pretty strong right now. They just got to cover up the runners, cover up the receivers, really.
Defensively, what does Coffeeville have to do to continue putting pressure, applying the pressure to this Iowa Central offense?
Um, we just really need to keep our eyes on Emmanuel Emmanuel Green because he's been one of the best receivers so far. Uh, really just got to pound the D line right onto the runner anytime they go up the middle.
Offensively for the Tritons, what do they have to do to come on top of this game?
Just really pass deep. That's what they've been doing. Throw some short passes here, long passes there. That's really been working for them. Their their quarterback been rushing and stuff. They've been really good.
Okay. Kind of excited to see what the Tritons do to overcome this adversity that they're having. Back to return for Coffeeville. So, coming on to this, how do you feel that the Carson Proctor is doing? How do you think he's going to come out in the second half?
Carson Proctor had a very good half the first half, and I mean, giving it to the right receiver, giving it to the right runner. He's been doing perfect at that. Uh, if he just keeps doing what he's doing, he's game.
Do you think he's picking up on the defensive plays, or how's he seeing? How you think he's going through his reads?
He hasn't been really rushed lately, so I mean, uh,
With the incomplete ball there, just batted his hand down.
looked like the O line has been a little bit more protective for Proctor, really. So he's been having a little bit more time to make a pass.
So the Red Ravens are out in the shotgun. Doubles on both sides. You have one in the backfield. Snaps. Throws a screen. Josh Moore with a good run there.
Great pass. Going right up the left side of the line right there. Probably getting about 6 yards or so out of that pass. So great job by Carson Proctor.
Defensive, we have too high in the backfield. Carson Proctor on the hard count. Try to get him to jump off sides a little bit. Deshaun Massey coming to the second half. How do you feel like he's going to do?
Well, he's been very explosive all game, and
As you can see there.
yeah, he right there. He did exactly what he's been doing, and it works out for him.
Wrapped up by a gang of the Tritons. That tackle would go to T.J. Tumbleson. As the Coffeeville line back up again, the shotgun. Two on each side, so they have doubles, one in the backfield. Run to Deshaun Massey. Slammed down by D lineman.
Yeah, Deshaun Massey's not a very big guy, and that guy just completely threw him around like a rag doll. Excellent job by Iowa Central right there.
This Tritons defense is really starting to come out. They're coming out kind of ecstatic in this second half, kind of stopping the run early. Carson Proctor with the hard count. Drops back. Drops a dime. Is it caught? Incomplete pass. Pass intended for Josh Moore.
Yeah, this defense right here, man, they're really trying to shut Coffeyville down. As you can see by the past couple runs, they've really hammered them in the backfield.
So do you think Josh Moore is Carson Proctor's go-to guy this game? How do you feel like that involves? How do you think that puts him in a different predicament for
I feel
going
like
on?
he is. He's been the intended receiver for so many passes, and it's been
Andre
working out.
Cobb with the long ball caught. Touchdown, Red Ravens. So going back, looking back at that play, how do you feel? What do you think Andre Cobb did right versus the DB?
Andre Cobb, he broke away from the DB, got open, and Carson Proctor hit him perfectly on the line, right down for the touchdown. Long pass.
Paris Wilson back to kick, and the kick is good. Let's take a look back at this last play here. We have on this touchdown drive as Carson Palmer drops back. Long ball to Andre Cobb, and he just turns on his sprinters.
Yes, excellent job, excellent execution.
And the kick is off. Bounces off a few people, but then smothered by the Red Ravens.
Yeah, Emmanuel Logan Green did a great job right there following his blockers. He finally got away from him and ran a couple extra yards after he got away.
As this Iowa Central offense comes onto the field, led by their quarterback, as they're in a shotgun set, doubles on both sides, has a tight receiver motion across the back, run up the middle, stalemate.
Got a gain of about 3 right there.
Blake Deaver, the quarterback for Iowa Central, drops back to pass. Ball's up. Pass incomplete. Ball intended for Xavier Naylor.
Yeah, Blake Deaver right there had a great pass, just a little bit short, but he had all the time in the world. Just got a little bit rushed, I think.
Yeah, those offensive linemen they're doing a really good job at protecting their quarterback. With the hard count, Blake Deaver backs up and swallowed in the backfield. tackle there by Kevin Norris.
Yeah, this Coffeyville's defense, they're not letting the Iowa Central offense get past them.
So it's 4th and long. Looks like the Iowa Central is going to punt the ball away. As they line up to punt. Whole lot of white jerseys down there pretty early.
Looked like there was a flag on the play.
So this Iowa Central offense is starting to move they're kind of picking up the tempo a little bit, kind of balancing everything out. What do you think those guys have to do to take a dub and take over this third quarter?
Well, they really got to stop Coffeyville right here. Coffeyville came out right out the chute, came out real strong on offense. Iowa Central really has to bite down, make sure that they do not score anymore.
So as we line up for the second punt attempt by the Tritons. Back to the punt is muffed.
Recovered by Iowa Central.
So the momentum seems like it should be shifting. So how do you take this and move forward, progress forward, going on into this?
Well, they really got to get away from what they just did, and they got to try something different. I mean, they gotta get some yards forward, really. Cause
what would you try if you were the quarterback or head coach?
Head coach, I'd probably run on the outside or run up the middle because that was really working for him. Maybe get a little QB sneak or something like that by Justin Blake.
So Blake Deaver is back at quarterback. A motion. Pass drops back and swallowed by Marquise Bell.
What a sack.
I like the way Marquise came off the edge and just brung the hammer on that one.
Yeah, he really got past all the blockers, and he went straight for the QB right there.
So how do you get the Marquise Bell being another ecstatic player to look out for? How do you get him more involved in this game here?
I mean, really right there, he found his spot. He found exactly where he needed to go. He went and hammered it. And as long as he keeps it up, he's really good.
Blake Devers back. And another sack. Kevin Norris. Kevin Norris was just back there. I like the way he just jumped the gun right there and just went back there. No hesitation.
Yeah, if you saw whenever they were getting set for the play, you could see him rush up to the defensive line, and he sprinted right past the offensive line straight to the QB.
Kind of bulldoze him, don't you think?
Oh, man, whatever it takes.
We have Justin Blake at quarterback now. Drops back. Throws. Intercepted by Marquise Bell. This Coffeyville defense is really starting to pick up their tempo.
Yeah, Marquise is really showing himself in these past couple plays. I mean, first with the sacks, and then right there with the interception.
As we take a look at this replay here, it just seems like Marquise was in the right place at the right time. Love the effort and the dive by Marquise Bell in that play.
All right, let's see what Coffeyville can do right here. See if they can put some more runs up on the points on the board.
As the Coffeyville offense run the ball for a gain about 1 yard. This Coffeyville offense is really starting to find their rhythm.
Yeah, they are very comfortable in the second half right here.
As they line up in the gun formation, pass up the middle, run up the middle, and Monte Thomas with the run shows us his explosiveness.
Savion Harris right there with the tackle. Earlier in the first half, he was really starting to get the tackles in there, showing himself as dominant. Right there, he finally stopped Monte Thomas.
Monte Thomas is really starting to rack up those yards back there.
Oh, yes, he is.
Drop back, run. Gain of about 3.
Yeah, it looked like the defense right there just knew exactly what they were thinking, stopped him right there on the dime.
As the Coffeyville offense goes back out in the trip set. Pulls back, throws, connect. Great grab and run right there.
Yeah, right there, after you could see he caught the ball, and right in front of him, he had a blocker there for him, so he could get a couple extra yards after that throw.
So, going back into the Iowa Central's defense, number 30, Zion Smith. How do you want to incorporate him and get him involved into this game more? What does he need to do?
I feel like if he blitzes a little bit more, he could really get in the backfield. He is a very dangerous defensive player. Obviously he can strip the ball as of a couple games ago, but yeah, right now, he's got a couple tackles for the game, and he could definitely put up some more.
Coffeyville line up in a trip set again, but to the left of the screen. Hard count by Carson Proctor. Drops back, looks for a receiver. Batted by Zion Smith, another key player that you guys were actually talking about earlier.
Yes. We were just talking about how we could get him involved. Right there, he did it himself. He didn't have to have anyone else block for him or anything. He went straight after the ball right there.
Justin Blake back at quarterback for the Tritons. Run up the middle by Draven Peoples. Gain of about 9.
That was a great run right on the outside right there. He found exactly what he needed. He had about, 3 people on him trying to take him down? Man, that is one strong dude.
Putting him on the back, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Their line up to the trip set as Justin scrambles out. Beautiful run. Beautiful run.
Yeah. Like we said earlier, Justin Blake, he is definitely one that he can rush, and he's very sneaky about that. He just got like a 9, 10 yard gain right there, um, and that's exactly what he does best.
So this Coffeyville D line, what do they have to do to get more pressure on this quarterback here?
They really just got to break through. I mean, the O line for Iowa Central is
Swallowed up by the
really doing a good
Ravens.
job.
Swallowed up by the Ravens. Justin Blake rolls out, cuts up field for a gain about 5, 6.
Yeah, that's his second run in a row right there, and he's definitely getting some yards for the Iowa Central right there.
Take another look at this run by Justin Blake.
Great blockers right there. That's all you really got to do is just follow your blockers, and they'll do everything for you.
Pass deep by Justin Blake. Incomplete pass broken up. Pass was intended for Andrew Parchment, broken up by Troy Simon.
See a flag there, or a flag there down on the field. I don't know.
As Justin Blake hands the ball off to Draven Peoples. Draven Peoples high steps one and swallowed up by Alvinoski and Malik Smith.
A little unnecessary roughness there.
I think they were just playing a little aggressive, huh?
I mean, you got to hit them hard to get them down, but once that whistle's blown, you got to stop. I mean, obviously right there, it just cost them a few yards.
Draven Peoples kind of kept his feet kind of pumping, I thought. Both teams showing off a little physicality there. As the Tritons line up in a double set shotgun formation, motion across to the trips. Quarterback keeps, kind of got behind his stuck behind his big man, took down by there.
Yeah, whenever Justin Blake's up at QB, it's almost always a run. I think we've seen one, maybe two passes from him. So I mean, if Coffeyville kind of picks up on that, they can kind of help stop the bleeding right here.
But he has a good arm too, though.
He does have a good arm.
Hands the ball off. Immediately hit. Surrounded by Red Ravens. It's like a blood clot.
Mm-hmm.
About 3rd and 5 here as the Tritons line up in a trips formation. Looks like it's going to be a delay of game on the Tritons. No delay game. Timeout called by the Tritons.
I mean, with all this running right here, don't you think they might want to do a little bit of a outside pass right here, get a couple yards, change things up a little bit?
I'll probably throw slants. Throw slants. Get something short right in the end zone. Give it to him real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the past 6, 7 plays, just straight run, run, run. They kind of need to mix things up a little bit. I mean, it looks like Coffeyville's finally starting to realize that all they're doing is running right now.
So defensively, Coffeyville is really going to start biting down, and this might open up something for the pass game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Being the Tritons going onto this drive, what would you do if you were the coach?
If I was a coach, I mean, like we were just talking about, just kind of get a short pass. They need to really get in the end zone right here. I mean, it's almost the end of the third quarter. They need to get some points up on the scoreboard right here.
So who would you go to? Being the quarterback, Justin Blake, 24, the running back, Draven Peoples, Emmanuel Logan. Who's your go-to guy right here?
I'd say Emmanuel Logan. I mean, he is their designated wide receiver for the Iowa Central.
It's 4th and about 4. What would you do?
I'd probably go for the kick. Just get some points up there. I mean, otherwise you're risking not getting anything and just turning it over.
Let's see what the Tritons do. They're going to keep the offense out there. At an empty set, who's your go-to man?
Still Emmanuel Logan. I mean, he's still probably my #1 favorite right now.
Touchdown pass to Andrew Parchment.
Sorry about that. It was Kevon Dingle with the catch and the touchdown right there.
And the kick is good.
You know, I really like how the Tritons offense right there was living dangerously. I mean, right there they could have lost it all, but instead they chose to get a little pass right there in the end zone and get some points.
Yeah, I like it. I like the guts by the Tritons coach there. Everybody ready? Everybody in position? So back deep for the Coffeyville Red Ravens, we have Eric Tolliver and Jaden Gardner. Excited to see what those two guys bring. And the kick is off to the back of the end zone.
What a powerful kick right there.
Strong leg.
Oh yeah.
He got the golden boot. So defensively, what would you do to stop this powerful offense that we have coming back out?
Well, I mean, both defenses have been real strong so far. I mean, seems like the Tritons have finally started to really stop the CCC with everything they've been doing, whether it be running or passing. I mean, get Zion Smith in there and Savion Harris. Those are probably the 2 lead tacklers for the game right now for both sides, actually.
We have a timeout by the Ravens. Um, so going into this offensive drive, what do you think is going to be the key thing that they should do?
Um, let's see. They got Marco Lee out in the backfield right here. I mean, this guy is pretty fast. Maybe hand it off to him, let him get some short yards here, and then probably pass it to get the first down.
We got Reshaw back at quarterback. Run by the quarterback. Breaks the tackle and stripped.
Recovered by the Tritons.
Stripped by Fred Billy.
I gotta say that was a really good run right there. All you had to do was just really cover the ball. But Iowa Central did a great job of stripping it out and recovering the ball. Hoping to get some more points up there after that last drive.
Great takeaway by the Iowa Central Tritons. As Justin Blake is the quarterback for the Tritons. Motion at the backfield. Run. Gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, both defenses are really cracking down. I mean, like you saw earlier by Iowa Central, and right now even by Coffeyville, they're really stopping the run game.
Double set. Quarterback comes out. Oh, cuts up and stick by Malik Smith.
Another flag.
Holding on the offense. Triton's offense in a trip set. Quarterback runs up the middle, kind of stopped, and kind of pulled forward by one of the linemen.
Justin Blake with another 6-7 yard gain.
The lineman would kind of like just pulled him like, hey, bud, come with me. You going, no, you come this way. Trips to the right side of the screen. Handoff outside to Draven Peoples. Kind of runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, for Iowa Central being a passing team, their running has really impressed me today. How about you, Melvin?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I feel like they're kind of getting Draven interactive with the run game a little bit, and they also are airing it out a little bit, kind of showing this Coffeyville defense that they can run the ball.
Yep.
Draven Peoples again with the run of the outside.
Looking for a gain of about 4 there.
Stopped by Cooper Harden.
Melvin, I got to ask you, do you think they're running too much? Do you think that they aren't passing enough? What's your opinion right now?
Coming into this game, they were a passing team, so I feel like they're trying to show Coffeyville a little bit different, that they can do something different. They're not just one side of the ball. They're actually dual side. I feel like if this Coffeyville defense, they kind of made them a one-sided team. They took and passed basically out of the question.
Yep.
So now they're kind of forcing them to run. and we came to the end of the third quarter. Going into this fourth quarter, Kyle, what do you think this Iowa Central team has to do to overcome the adversity?
Well, I mean, their run game is really strong right now. So, I mean, I feel like if they keep running it, they can really get through.
Okay. So I feel like this Coffeyville defense, the defensive line is really biting down and really getting in this backfield, kind of pressuring, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Justin Blake backs up, breaks a tackle, scrambles out, incomplete pass.
Hard hit out of bounds.
I think that pass was intended for Andrew Parchment.
Yeah, he just got a little bit rushed in the backfield right there, and I mean, he just had to throw it away before he got sacked and actually lost yards.
This Coffeyville defense is really starting to. They're showing a different side of them today. They're really starting to be a whole lot more aggressive and getting a lot of takeaways, turnovers.
Well, they're aggressive. They feel like they got good chemistry with everyone. Everyone knows their place. So I mean, they're doing very, very well today.
And the kick is good. What would it take for Coffeyville to have a big breakaway return this great right go around right here?
uh, I mean, they've had a very well balanced run game and pass game. So I mean, as long as they keep spreading things out, they will do good. Um, they can really break away. I mean, the defense is cracking down on their run game. So if they throw a little bit, they could probably get some more points on the board.
Defensively, as a DC going into this drive right here, knowing Coffeyville, their offense is pretty much had the momentum majority of the game. What would you what would you do being the DC?
Um, Really, you just gotta stop them. You really have to. Um, you gotta find who's running, who's the intended receiver, and cover them. Because it seems like anytime they get broken away, good things happen for Coffeyville.
Eric Tolliver back to return, gets to about right at the 30.
Great defense right there by Iowa Central, not letting them get out too far.
The Coffeyville offense come back on the field with the new quarterback, Chase Gibbons. Chase hands it off to Monte for a gain of about 2.
Yeah, as you can see, Iowa Central definitely just stopped them right there. Got a little bit of a gain, but not too much. Um, yeah, Iowa really doesn't want them to get any more yards.
Chase Gibbons lines his team up into the shotgun set. Drops back to pass. Pass to Josh Moore. Josh Moore could have broke away with swallowed by a shooting tackle.
Yeah, Fred Billy right there, just just got him by the shoelace. You had to take him down, trip him a little bit. Um, they're not letting them score anything right here.
That's another name that's been said quite a lot this game,
Yeah.
Fred Billy.
Yep.
He's actually been producing very good this game.
He's got a few tackles right now. Again, it looked like Iowa Central, the defensive line just stopped the run.
Spencer Culliver again in the backfield making another tackle. Red Ravens 4th down and 4. Pretty sure they're going to line up to punt. Returning for the Tritons, we have Emmanuel Logan Green in the back. This Tritons team is very excited to get back on the field as they come out. And the punt unit is out for the CCC Ravens.
How do you feel Emmanuel Green's going to do right here?
It all depends on the pressure that the Red Ravens bring. If they bring a lot of pressure, then he might get stopped for a short game. If he brings a whole lot of elusiveness and no one's really back there, then he might get loose.
Flag on the play.
Looked like he was a little too eager to get back there. Touched him before the ball came.
Yeah, Emmanuel Logan Green didn't even have a chance to touch the ball yet, and someone already hit him.
This Coffeyville defense has really shown up today. They've been outstanding with the takeovers, tackles, and just a whole lot of just balling out this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very evenly matched out game, Iowa Central versus Coffeyville. So, I mean, their defenses are both real strong right now. Both offenses are real strong. I mean, you just got to do whatever it takes to stop them.
Justin Blake at the quarterback position. Tritons motion to doubles. Sends a run. Tackle swallowed up in the backfield. Cameron Smith on the tackle.
Cameron Smith's actually one of the leading tacklers for Coffeyville, and yeah, he already knows that they're probably going to run right now, so he definitely had to stop them right there.
He's a pretty elusive player, too. He likes to use his hand to be very physical up front. Justin Blake lines him up in a chip set. Drops back. Steps up. Scrambles. Takes off. He's getting loose. Back juke. He's dancing. Kind of goes out of bounds.
What a run by Justin Blake. Nobody was open, so he had to take matters in his own hands right there, and boy, did he.
I like the elusiveness that this Justin Blake is bringing to the quarterback position.
Yeah, Justin Blake isn't your average quarterback. I mean, he has more rushing yards than some of the running backs on their team.
Line up in doubles. Draven Peoples up the middle. Hit hard by Malik Smith.
Yeah, that was a really good play right there. He found his hole. He found exactly where he needed to go, and he went there.
Line up in doubles. Pull. Throw. Kind of lost the ball there.
Doesn't look like it's considered a fumble there, but a nice little pass out to the outside.
They're kind of trying to pick up the offense again, put the ball back in the air a little bit, show them guys that they can still throw the ball.
Yeah, they've got the running momentum right now. Let's see if they can get some passing momentum too.
Drops back, bomb. It was caught or was it out? Oh, out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Ooh, flag on the play right here.
Pass was incomplete. Pass was intended for Andrew Parchment. Ball caught but ruled out.
Yeah, the execution for both teams are very good so far. And right there, I'm sure everyone thought that he was in here in the crowd, and everyone just kind of, whoa.
A little frustration on the
Yeah.
sideline by Parchment there. As the Titans line up in a trip set. Justin Blake back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, scrambles out, swallowed immediately. I think he had just made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe 1 yard gain, not very much. Just got a little bit rushed there, and he had to go for himself.
And now it's 4th and miles. They're going to bring the punt unit out. Sky kick. Caught him about the 12-yard line.
Tell you what, Iowa Central, man, they rushed down there after that punt.
Most definitely. The Coffeyville offense is coming out again after another successful drive. Carson Proctor back at quarterback. Out of doubles. As he scrambles out, throws the ball away.
Excellent job by the defense of the Tritons right there, rushing the quarterback.
And kind of bite down on the screen. They saw it early, and Savion Harris kind of came down early on it, and was going to make a play on the ball.
That was one of the defensive keys for Iowa that we had. Just rushing the quarterback, make him throw a bad pass.
Yeah, make him a little uncomfortable. But Carson Proctor's a little smarter than that. He threw it away.
Yes, sir.
Carson back. Ball. As he overthrows Andre Cobb.
Nothing really you could have done there. I mean, the receiver's where he needed to be. The pass was just a little bit long, but, I mean, there's really nothing you could do as a wide receiver right there.
Carson Proctor back. Steps up in the pocket. Throws. Long ball. Just a tad bit overthrown.
It was just a little bit to the right for the receiver right there.
Back-to-back passes to Andre Cobb. What do you think the quarterback's intentions are with that? Are you trying to build some camaraderie between him and Andre, or what?
I think he's trying to figure out if he's the wide receiver he needs to go for long passes, see if he can handle it and stuff. I mean, right there, that you can't really blame that on the receiver.
This Coffeyville defense is out on the field again. How do you feel that they're going to do on this drive?
The offense or the defense right here?
The defense.
Defensively, I think they're going to stop the run. They started passing on that last run. So, I mean, if they start running again, they're definitely going to shut them down, but they got to cover the edges right here.
What does the offense have to do to make it more successful?
They were being very successful passing the last run. So maybe do that again.
Justin Blake up the middle, stopped immediately. Nashawn Bell Jr. and Calvin Harris there for the stop.
Trying to get a couple rushing yards there.
Justin Blake hands it off again. Short gain. It's about 3rd and 6. Just a little over 8 minutes to go in the 4th.
Yeah, between Draven Peoples and Justin Blake, those two are very dangerous on the run game.
And both those guys seem to be in now. Back to pass. Justin Blake. Pass is caught.
What a pass. Touchdown, Iowa Central.
And I think that was to Kevon Dingle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Looks like there's a flag on the play, though.
Justin Blake looking for his receiver, Kevon Dingle, and another successful touchdown. Do you think that's Justin Blake's favorite receiver right there?
Maybe either him or, yeah, I'd say so.
That's pretty good. as they go for the 2-point. Ah, catches some jump.
Little false start right there.
Hard count got the defense offside. Going for this 2-point right here, what would you do if you were the OC?
Well, I'd probably I'd probably do a little QB sneak right here. Justin Blake. This is probably exactly what he is meant for. Just getting the short yards, the quick yards. This isn't a very long play, so if he can get around the blockers, he can get in there for the 2-point conversion.
You were kind of right. I like it.
May not have worked out, but Coffeyville definitely stopped him right there.
Good stop by the Red Ravens there to decline the 2-point conversion. As we take a look back at the replay. And he just sat in the pocket comfortably and just threw a strike.
Got a little stiff arm there, get away from the tackler. You know, this is a very close game, and we're what, halfway through the fourth quarter. It's still anyone's game right here. Just keep up the momentum for both teams.
I like the comeback that the Tritons are trying to do.
Oh yeah,
If they can overcome this Coffeyville defense, they can continue just pounding and stopping the offense. This is going to be a really tight game.
I mean, it's kind of been back and forth. I mean, at the very beginning, Coffeyville started out 2 touchdowns, then went Iowa Central there, and it just kind of went back and forth.
Little slip kick. Eric Tolliver coming out and just hammered by Zion Smith.
Dangerous man right there. Taking a look here, little low kick.
Carson Proctor back at the quarterback position. Red Ravens line up in a trip set. Drop back, pass. Pass intended for Jaden Gardner.
Just didn't see the ball to his hands, I guess, right there.
This Coffeyville team is starting to slow down the tempo a little bit, kind of just relax and play conservative, I think. Carson Proctor back, steps up in the pocket, throws. Pass incomplete. Intended for Kendrick Jones.
Pass just looked like he got away from him right there.
So Coffeyville is really starting to air it out a little bit, trying to go for those big plays downfield. I think they're trying to get their speed kind of interactive with what's going on in the game. That ball has some hang time on it.
Iowa Central right here really needs to find every hole possible, get away from every tackler trying to get to them right here. They are down by 2 with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They really got to pick it up.
Justin Blake is back at quarterback position in the trip set. Hands it up, cuts outside. Good run right there by Draven Peoples.
Draven Peoples not only can break through people's tackles, he can also get away from them. I mean, right there, he just juked some guys out.
Yeah, he's kind of a speedster too. Run up the middle. Run through 2 tackles. Tackle game for about 11.
Yes, Draven Peoples right there with the first down.
Run up the middle. He cuts a little outside. Swallowed up for a gain of 1.
Looks like there's another flag on the play.
Justin Blake. Back to throw. Oh, scrambles out. Runs out of bounds.
You know, whenever there's no one open, he saw exactly what he needed to. There was no one open. He had to go for it himself. What did he get, like 5, 6 yards maybe?
I feel like the pressure was coming. The pressure was coming, so he had to kind of get out that jam.
Yeah, Coffeyville's really cracking down right now.
Roll outside. Tries to cut up for about a 3-yard gain. So now 3rd and short. The Tritons are going to go into a trip set. Coffeyville was there for the tackle.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to hold this lead right here. I mean, any points, and they've lost it.
Tackle there by Brian Collins. This Iowa Central team is starting to really, like, they're trying to find their way to come back, and the defense is really just not letting them. They're knocking on the doors like, you can't come in.
Right, you are, Melvin. This is a dog fight.
Run up the middle. Do they get the first down? And there's a first down for the Tritons. Justin Blake backs to throw. Scrambles out. Gets away from a tackle. Scrambles to the other side of the field. Rolls out. Jukes one. Finally tackled on the 40.
I tell you what, I wouldn't want to try to tackle that guy. He'd juke me out in a heartbeat, man. Look at that. He just got away from what, 4 tacklers?
Let's take a look.
1, 2.
Then he reverse field.
There's 3.
Alvinoski was just not going for it.
Yeah, man.
Justin Blake back to pass. Pressure's coming. Incomplete ball. Pass intended for Izar Naylor.
Just getting a little bit pressured right there. On this play, he didn't have time to really run around and get away from everyone, so he just had to throw it away.
Because they bringing that pressure. Justin back, steps up, gets swallowed.
Sacked.
G. Stanley. Impressive. Another key player making a key play.
Yeah, he knew exactly where Justin Blake was going, and he had to capitalize on that and get him down.
So this game is just a little above 2 minutes. So Kyle, going into these last 2 minutes, being 4th and long, Iowa Central, what do you do as a coach right now?
All I got to say is you go for it. There is not a lot of time left. Yes, it is a little bit long of a throw to go or run, but, I mean, they really surprised us earlier whenever they had about 5 yards to make a pass, and they ended up getting a touchdown. So I feel like they could make it right here too.
Totally agree. The offense is back out in a trip set. Justin Blake back to pass. Steps up. Tries to throw the ball. Nearly intercepted by G. Stanley. The Coffeyville Red Ravens defense really starting to bring that clutchness to them.
Guy Stanley with the pressure makes Justin Blake have a bad throw, causing a turnover right here.
I like the aggressiveness that the Red Ravens defense was bringing to the game. Pass to Deshaun Massey. Rush to Deshaun Massey.
Looked like a loss there, actually.
just a little above the 2-minute warning. As the Coffeeville Ravens line up, motion, run up the middle by Deshaun Massey, spin move. Looked like a gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, they're probably just wanting to run the ball right now, run the time down, keep their lead. I mean, yes, they're going to want to get first down, but they're not trying to get any risky plays right here.
This was a well-played game, too, by both teams, both being very aggressive and just showing off their elusiveness.
Yes, I mean, like we said earlier, it's a very good game, very exciting, very evenly matched.
Motion across. Deshaun Massey breaks a tackle, kind of leaps over another player as Zion Smith was there for the tackle.
Man, this defense is really cracking down on this running right here.
So what would you do as a quarterback going into these last few minutes of the game?
Just a real short pass. You really don't want to get an interception right here. Let them have the chance to get downfield and score any more points.
Defensively, what do you guys have to do to stop this offense? I think they're starting to cramp. They're cramping. I think 2 players just caught cramps, then just walked off. So the Red Ravens, it's fourth and about 7. What do you do at the quarterback position?
For the Ravens, you got to get a pass right here. On the other hand, you can also go for a punt right here. I mean, make them get the ball way downfield.
All they need is a little light of day, and this Iowa Central Titans team might come back. They might have a little bit of glory. So just stay tuned and keep watching. Sky kick. On about the 9-yard line, 9 or 10.
With 25 seconds left in this game, what do you think Iowa Central really needs to do right here?
I feel like Iowa Central is going to try and get the ball into the hands of Kevon Dingle or Emmanuel Green and try and let those 2 players kind of break loose.
Yep. I mean, there's really nothing else you can do because if you just run the ball, who knows, you're probably just going to get stopped and the clock's just going to keep running. TV.
Josh back. Pass. Pick. Alvinoski. Touchdown. And that's a ball game. That's ball game. Great, great interception for a touchdown there by Alvinoski LaFleur. I love the way he just baited the quarterback and the receiver, and just came up and made a play on the ball.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for the Iowa Central Tritons right there. I mean, they're doing everything they can, and I mean that just didn't end up working out for them.
So do you think that's going to be it for the game, or do you think the Tritons still have life?
Tritons have maybe one more chance, and if they can make it work, then I mean th- that's it.
As we take a look back at the prior play, the drop back, he kind of just baited him there.
Justin Blake just didn't get the perfect pass right there for his receivers.
And Alvinoski just made a play on the ball. Great football IQ there. As they come out, ooh, way to stake him. Way to stick him.
Yeah, it looks like they got one more drive in them right here for the rest of the game.
With just 13 seconds left. Justin Blake backs up for the pass. Drops back. Throws a strike. Gets out of bounds.
Hey, whatever it takes to stop that clock and get you another play right there.
Pass to Kevon Dingle there. As they get back to the line of scrimmage for this next play. Drops back. Looks again for Kevon Dingle. It just slips through his hands. Kind of bobbled there.
Yeah, it seems like Iowa Central's trying to make that safe play on each of the edges right here, just trying to stop the clock.
With only being 2 seconds left, what do you think is going to happen now?
They've got to go for it all, man.
Throw the pebbles in?
Everything.
It's only right.
Last play of the game. Let's see what Justin Blake has in store for us.
Another pick. Pick six. MacArthur Burnett.
What a play. What a play.
They tested those DBs, and those DBs was not having it. They're straight no fly zone this game.
Coffeyville stepped their foot right on their necks and did not let them get anything else out of that game.
What a beautiful way to end the game, too. Like, I just got to say, that was a beautiful, beautiful interception.
Leaves their record against Iowa Central 5-0.
Thank you for watching the Coffeyville versus Iowa Central. And we're CCC TV, and see you guys later next time.